It is tough to use my hands right after I shower. These are my hands immediately after showering, and you can see how white and swollen they are. The skin has absorbed a lot of water like a sponge, and it's really hard to make a fist. In fact, I would prefer not to do it. Look how far my fingers are from my palm, and that really actually hurts, and I don't want to be doing it. So it's tough, but it will dry out. You can see just how much water is absorbed by how thick the pads of the different sections of my hand look next to the cracks. Also, curiously, you can kind of see my fingerprints defined even in recently shaved fingers because of the water absorbing in those ridges. A little bit less prominent on this index finger. I clearly didn't shave as low right there. And on my pinky finger, you can see some clipping that I did recently because that skin was really uneven. But on these middle fingers, the fingerprints are rather defined because of all the water that's sucked in and making it look swollen. Here is 8 minutes later. 8 minutes later, it's pretty dried out on the fingertips, starting to look a lot more quote-unquote normal, but the rest of my hand still looks really swollen up and really white because there's still a lot of water in it. Now, this is 8 minutes after that, so we're now 16 minutes out from a shower. Shaved fingertips looking perfectly normal now, and a lot of the definition of the ridges and the clips are gone. Still a little tough to make a fist though, like there's still quite a lot of water in the skin. And so this is when I'm choosing now to use this very dry skin formula mousse from Footlogix. I was raving about this stuff. That's how much you're supposed to use, and that's how much I'm going to use because I really need a lot of it. I love this. It is like got a shaving cream texture at first, but as you start to rub it around, it just feels like a cloud of nothing, and it instantly absorbs into the skin. It sort of breaks out into little tiny bits, and then all of a sudden it's just gone, and it feels wonderful. There's really no after feeling either. It's just like silky smooth and not sticky and not greasy, and I love it. Instantly, I can make a better fist. It's like hydrated my skin down deep, and as they're drying out, I can bend my fingers so much better. This is 8 minutes after that, so 24, 25 minutes after a shower, and they're really starting to look normal now. With the exception of in between my fingers and in the cracks, it's pretty much dried out, so you can see a little bit of moisture still in it, but it's dried out a lot better, and I can really flex my fingers. The parts that have been shaved look totally smooth and flat now. And this is 15 minutes after that, or about a full 40 minutes after a shower, and they're back to normal. They're back to how I experience them most of the time, and I can make a much better fist. Look how much tighter I can curl my finger in there, and how much closer my fingers are in my palm. I can squeeze them up in there, and it's just a lot better. So it takes about half an hour to 40 minutes after a shower for them to start feeling normal, and that's why I say like by an hour after the shower, it doesn't even feel like I took a shower, but it is a period of recovery as I let my hands dry out and then moisturize them repeatedly to get them back to normal.